If you love fall baking and amazing cookies, you are in for a treat because today we are making chewy maple pumpkin cookies, perfect for the fall time. Here's the recipe. So to make our cookie dough in a nice big bowl, we have some melted butter. Now into this, we're going to add in dark brown sugar. You have to have dark brown sugar in your cupboard for fall baking. It is super important. It gives you that lovely, like warm, molassesy, kind of caramel tones for your cookie. Next, we are going to add in our pumpkin puree. You can buy this tinned, and if you can't, you can always make your own. And I've got a really great recipe on biggerbolderbaking.com. It's really easy to make yourself. So add that in there. And just so you know, pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling. Those are very different things. One of the stars of the show here, maple syrup, gives it a lovely fall flavor. We're going to add in an egg and some vanilla extract. I think in my cookies, vanilla extract is an absolute must. And then with the whisk, just mix all these together until your batter is smooth. So those are our wet ingredients. Now you see all this lovely gooey caramel mix. This is going to make a lovely kind of chewy cookie. So this is exactly what we want. We're on the right track. Okie dokie, our dry ingredients. In my bowl, I have a little bit of all-purpose flour. Into here, I'm going to add in some baking soda, pumpkin pie spice. Now, I know in some countries you can't find this in the stores, but I have a recipe on my website of how you can make it yourself easily at home. It's just a mix of a few spices, and then you have pumpkin pie spice, perfect for fall baking. And then lastly, a little bit of salt. And then just mix all your dry ingredients together. Get all those spices and the raising agent and the salt all mixed up really well. Now, just your dry ingredients into your wet, and then mix it together to form your dough. Now you will notice that this dough is quite soft because we have all that maple syrup in there and our pumpkin. You want to pop this dough into the fridge for a minimum of 90 minutes, but what I like to do is actually make it at least a day in advance and age it in the fridge. By aging it, I let it get nice and cold. I let the flavor and the texture get so much better, and it makes for such a nice cookie. So you can make them as many days in advance as you like. So when you're ready to bake off your cookies, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. So our cookie dough has chilled, it's nice and firm. We have our pans lined with parchment paper ready to go. The last thing we want to do is to roll this dough in cinnamon sugar. Now here I have a little bit of brown sugar. And into this, I'm going to add in a little bit of cinnamon. And then just give that a really good mix together. There we go, and that's how easy it is to make cinnamon sugar. Pretty self-explanatory. Okie dokie, now we want to scoop our cookie dough to around 1/4 of a cup scoop measure, which is around 2 ounces. Basically what we're going for is around 14 to 15 cookies. There's our dough. Roll it generously in your cinnamon sugar. And then boop, onto your baking tray. And then just repeat that with the rest of your dough. So now while I have you here, this is a great time to remind you to pre-order my new cookbook right now, Bigger Bolder Baking Every Day, 125 new recipes, some fantastic for fall or for any time of the year. And I guarantee you it will have you baking with confidence from Monday to Sunday. Definitely pre-order it, and you can find the link in the description box below. Okay, fantastic. Our oven just pinged, it's preheated. Now let's get them into the oven. So these are chewy cookies, so we want to be careful not to over bake them. We bake them for roughly 16 to 18 minutes. There's a sweet spot there where the center is still soft and the outside is a little bit crispy. And just so you know, just as far as like cookie rules go, I always bake my cookies 1 tray at a time. So they have like just the perfect space to bake. They get a lovely crinkle top. Then I take them out and I bake off my second tray. So these look great. This time they took 16 minutes. Now we are going to pan bang. This is very important for these cookies. So watch this. On a counter, bang them, and what happens is you get these lovely ripples and kind of crackles on top of the cookie. If you ask me when you're talking about chewy cookies, this is exactly what they look like. Once your cookies have cooled, they are ready to serve. Now look at this, all those lovely crinkles on top. Like I said, this is a chewy maple pumpkin cookie, so soft in the middle and crispy on the outside. Oh yeah, definite chew. And look at that lovely gooey center. This is everything I love in a cookie, but also it's perfect for this time of year. Pumpkin spice, cinnamon, pumpkin puree, everything I love about the fall season. As always, the written recipe can be found on my website, biggerbolderbaking.com, and head over there for every recipe you're going to need for the fall and the holiday season. I'll see you back here again really soon.